Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. In this moment, we will present our discussion about themes of the story from Fantastic Mr. Fox book by Roald Dahl. First, let us introduce ourselves. My name is Raisa Jalan Zafira and my partner is Sayatri Anna. The first material will be explained by me. It's about biography of the author, Roald Dahl. Roald Dahl was a British author of popular children's literature and short stories, a poet, screenwriter, and a wartime fighter ace. His books have sold more than 300 million copies worldwide. He has been called one of the greatest storytellers for children of the 20th century. He was born in Llandaff, Cardiff, Wales on 13 September 1916. His father named Harald Dahl, his mother named Sophie Magdalene Dahl. He died on 23 November 1990 at the age of 74. His best-known writings are in the form of novels and short stories for children and adults. He also wrote film scripts. Besides writing, Roald Dahl was also a natural athlete, an accomplished pilot for the British Air Force during World War II, and a talented photographer. Roald Dahl's writing career began when he was inspired by his meeting with C.S. Forester. Roald's first article, namely Shot Down over Libya, now published under the title It's Easy, a story about his experiences during the war. And now, let's talking about Fantastic Mr. Fox book. Fantastic Mr. Fox is a children's novel written by British author Roald Dahl. It was published in 1917 by George Allen and Unwin in the UK and Alfred A. Knopf in the US, with illustrations by Nodal Kevin. This book tells the story of three cruel farmers, Boggy, Sponge, and Bean, who own a farm full of food that Mr. Fox to feed his family. The greedy farmers are determined to stop Mr. Fox by hunting him. Mr. Fox uses his wits to outsmart the farmers while providing to his family and other animals. Mr. Fox faces various challenges to protect his loved ones. The next one is elements of fiction by this book. There are rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. The first one is rising action. The rising action of the story begins when the conflict between Mr. Fox and the three farmers begins to get serious. From the continuous theft by Mr. Fox, the farmers plan to catch Mr. Fox to the hunger and tension felt by Mr. Fox's family when their house was besieged by the three bogus Sponge Beans farmers. The second one is climax. The climax of the story Fantastic Mr. Fox happens when Mr. Fox and his family, along with the other animals, work together to defeat the evil plans of three farmers. These farmers are trying to dig up Mr. Fox came out of his hole to catch him after he stole food from them. However, at his peak, Mr. Fox uses his ingenuity and team spirit to dig a tunnel to the farmer's food store. Instead of giving up, they manage to steal various food without being detected. The climax emphasizes Mr. Fox who excels at the cruelty and greed of the farmers. The conflict between animals and humans reaches its peak here, showing a clever and satisfying victory from the animals. The third one is falling action. The falling action of the story is when the animals and Mr. Fox succeed in digging a tunnel to the farmer's food storage warehouse. This section shows that the animals no longer need to worry about the threats of the farmers because they no longer need to come out to the surface to get food. To celebrate this, the animals and Mr. Fox hold a big party underground with the food they have stolen from the greedy farmers. The last one is resolution. The resolution of the story is that the lives of the animals are no longer full of worries because they can continue to live on the food they steal from the farmers through the underground tunnels they dig, as well as the farmers' defeat due to their own greed. The farmers were stupid, still waiting for Mr. Fox, intending to catch him without knowing that Mr. Fox and the animals no longer need to come out of their cave to steal food.
Themes, point of view, and characters. Themes: Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl has multiple Themes. Number 1 is family. Mr. Fox and the other animals do everything they can to ensure their family's well-being. Number 2 is greed. The three farmers, Bugs, Bunch, and Bean, are personification of greed. The story warns against the pursuit of wealth and the misery that can come from it. Number 3 is focusing on the wrong things. The farmers lose everything in their attempt to get revenge on Mr. Fox, showing that focusing on the wrong things can be destructive. Number 4 is failure is okay. The story shows that failure is okay and that there is good to be found in it. Number 5 is pride. The story teaches that pride can put those you love much in danger. And the last is class struggle. Mr. Fox feels poor and decides to take on the wealthy farmers, but the farmers destroy almost everything in retaliation. In Fantastic Mr. Fox by Roald Dahl, the story is primarily told from a third-person omniscience point of view. In this story, the characters can be divided into two groups: the animals, who are the protagonists, and the farmers, who are the antagonists. Mr. Fox. Mr. Fox is a clever, quick-witted, and anthropomorphic fox who lives with his family in an underground hole. He outwits the farmers and leads his family and other animals to safety in an underground village. Mrs. Fox, Mr. Fox's wife, who is cautious and responsible. Badger, a kind-hearted and gentle animal who helps Mr. Fox and forgives him for destroying the hill. Bugs, a greedy and rich chicken farmer who eats 3 chickens for every meal. Bunch, a rich duck and goose farmer who is gluteous and has a beastly temper. Bean, a thin, callous turkey and apple farmer who is the cleverest of the three.
Roald Dahl not only wrote Fantastic Mr. Fox. Another famous novel by him are The BFG and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The BFG is the story of a friendly giant known as the BFG who collects and gives sweet dreams to children, and an orphan named Sophie. Together, the BFG and Sophie, with the help of the Queen of England, help rid the world of child-eating giants. And Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is about a boy named Charlie Bucket who's so poor he has to eat cabbage soup every day. Luckily for Charlie, Willy Wonka, the owner of Chocolate Factory, announced that 5 golden tickets have been hidden inside his chocolate bars all over the world. The story features the adventures of young Charlie Bucket in Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. And here is 50 vocabularies that we found in Fantastic Mr. Fox story. That's all from us. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.